の Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be writing some more Petals in the Wind. A Showa anime, actually a shoujo anime in the Imperial Showa era, which is a lot more complex to say than I would like to admit. Looking here, yesterday we went through all of these, pretty much making your base characters from Hokkaido to Kyushu, or academic progress, and what I should do is do that. And why are you all the incorrect? This, kids, is why you double check things. We got everything here to make sure everything looks right. And finally, we're going to be working on our humors today. Now, I was debating with myself on actually how to do the humors correctly because... Oh, that's a new one. There we go. Because Japan doesn't really have an equivalent to the humors, or humorism in general, as I derived it originally from mostly Greek and stuff, and in the 16th, 17th century, that was incredibly popular. Oh, your humors are out of whack. Oh, this is out of whack. So I decided, like, okay, I'm going to need to fix it. So I went back, double checked things, double checked things, and I didn't really find anything strictly the way I'd want it outside of seasons. And what I was thinking about doing is adapting all the various seasons. And if you've noticed, I didn't intend this, but I decided to go with the theme. Is I'm going to be naming all the episodes after the seasons. So we started with spring. We are now in summertime. Probably the next episode is going to be the fall, and finally we're going to be doing the winter. So, but we're going to be working on our seasons right now. So we're going to bump it up to 150. Humors, we're going to be calling it our Seasons of the Soul. Humors are derived from there. Actually, let me see. And as the fields are harvest. Now adapt as well. The four seasons: spring, summer, maybe autumn, winter. Make up the temperaments of the human body, and make them understand the intricacies. Also, I am drinking. I made myself some tea. I made myself some tea grog. I may be wondering, Notepad, it's incredibly early, right? And the answer is yes, it is incredibly early, but I am also an alcoholic, so I can drink whatever I want. I don't have a problem, you do. But let's double check everything. Ow. Ooh. Yes, just have to double check all the various discords and make sure no one's asking, hey, where's the DOS link? You know, they can just click on my name, but people don't actually know that. Let's see. Just the human body and focus the intricacies of their person. make the temperaments of the human body and their personality. Being more in line of a particular season is a method to force a person to act rationally or with too much vigor. Actually, the season is force a person to act irrationally or out of line, or outside of society's expectations. Using the word temperaments lately. I like it. It's a fun word. In terms of the character seasons, roll a 1d20 for each of the 4 seasons. That is the character's amount. 10 being perfectly balanced. The character can reduce their season. A character can reduce or increase their seasons, acting in line or against them successfully. Or in drastic cases, taking medicines may assist in balancing the soul. Character can naturally alter the. Let's see. Character naturally alters their season. Character naturally alters their seasons by performing actions. Character season plus time they manage to oppose it. It reduces by 1. However, if a character's season is below 10, they act with it. They increase it by 1. The goal is to hit 10. That's kind of the balanced. A balanced soul is 10. Going nature kid, sanguine, jovial, you'll quick to judge and get into a fight. Character with low blood. So we're going to probably change this to summer, winter, actually I could probably drop that entirely. Don't really need it. Spring, autumn. I'll have to mix and match those to make sure they. Actually, we can probably change that to spring. No. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Character high. In summer is sanguine and jovial, quick to judge and get into fight. Character low in summer is dour and quiet, slow to react to problem situations. Character high in winter is melancholic and reserved, but witty and professional, lives of academic bent. Character low in winter is emotionally aggressive and mentally dull, a true barbarian. Is emotionally. Strong personality. Character high in spring is naturally social. Character low in spring. Character high in autumn. You could probably switch autumn for summer. But both kind of fit for what I'm going for. Obviously, you're going away. Okay, more Leo in determining their character's attributes. I mean, use the assigned seasons method. One season. Season is at 15, and the other two are at 10. From there, the character is free to distribute 5 points among any of the seasons. For example, let's say I have 15 summer, 10 winter, 5 spring, and 10 autumn. I can distribute my 5 points look like 17 blood, 12 black bile. That would be spring, summer. That would be 17 summer, winter, spring, autumn. See, I just call it fall because I'm a burger. I have a bad tendency of doing it. Technically it's autumn. So we want to do summer is... Winter is black bile. Spring is phlegm. And autumn is yellow bile. Just in case it gets mentioned again, which it inevitably will get mentioned again. Okay, who's screwing? Who are the relationships in the ensemble? Who serves as the focal point of the MC is a known player character, but it... Alright. So what do I need to do to give this a little bit more bite? So first we're going to have to split up. We're going to call this the main character. We're going to split up a section called the main character. Then we're going to do the ensemble. From there we can actually put called as of right now the 3 bars. Let's see what other things. Yeah, we're gonna have to remajigger this quite a bit. But all right, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna write the main character bit today probably, and that'll be my goal. Seasons of the Soul. Let me double check everything to make sure that people aren't asking questions they should be. No. I never actually even published this on the Merchants Guild. Screw it. Anyone else give a shit? Probably not. Don't worry, I'm used to this. Oh no, that's not how it's supposed to go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're going to want to do the main character. Yeah, we'll call it the main character for now. I might change the name of it to make it a little bit more thematically appropriate, but as of right now, Gakko Academy, actually, I should say, is the story taking place at Gakko Academy. It is focused on a single single character and entering the new school, entering the school. That being the main character, rather than a group of main character is the focal point of the story. She's young, naive, definitely has more going on than meets the eye. But her story and adventures are what makes Petals in the Wind story. A story to be told. Actually, it's not, but however, the main character is not a player character. She is completely out of the control of the group of main characters, group of player characters. She's completely out of the control of being played by the narrator. It'd be the narrator, right? That's what I put down. By the storyteller. Being played by the storyteller. Being played by the storyteller to reflect the... However, being a new student with all the emotional problems of one main character can easily be influenced by the other player characters, which it is their responsibility to keep the MC happy, healthy, and in the good graces of society, or not. The PCs are all attempting to succeed at their own goals. Some may want to seduce the new girl. Others may want to influence her. While some others simply wants to be her close friend. But regardless of the situation, the MC is going to have problems. Problems only the PCs can help her with. stop raining finally? No, it's just gotten worse. Good God. Raining, please. Rain, please stop. Only the PCs can't help her with. Here, let's post this. Regardless, it's three bars. The MC has three distinct gauges. Gauges that determine their current stance on most matters. Heart, society, and God, smile. Is that? I actually wrote I had these last night, but I didn't write them down. I just kind of had oh, okay, this is obviously what I want to do. Smile, I think, is going to be. Actually, no, we'll call it shine. Heart, society, and shine. Heart is the MC's affection, ability, love another. While they may not be at first able to fall in love with the character, and to love another. Affection, ability to love another. MC with high heart is one who falls in love easy and desires that affection from others. And in Gakko Academy, that love comes from fellow classmates. This is hard to actually write. Fun fact. Fun fact, everyone. This is a pain in the ass to write. Oh, God. Okay. Heart is MC's affection. MC's high heart falls in love easily. Affection with other. Gakko Academy that loves fellow classmates. Yeah, okay. An MC with low heart finds to connect with others, and if they can't, and is regarded as a close. With low heart finds it difficult to connect with others, and needs to be brought out of their shell. Character, so an MC who goes with 0 heart for an entire semester. Actually, no, we're not going to put that in there because pretty much these are your lose conditions as well. Society. Actually, no, let's expectations. That's what I want to do. Expectations. Expectation is the MC main characters. How do I want to? Societal position and goals at Gakko Academy. Gakko Academy be in their family's position or their academic success, and their family positions or academic success. MC with high expectations. Expectation is performing admirably, being the highest echelons of academic ability and social graces. An MC with low expectation is failing in their society, how do I want to say it? Is failing in their academics, as well as their place at Gakko Academy. Gakko Academy, I might have to change that because Gakko literally just means school. Fun fact. So what I'm saying is this is School Academy. Hopefully everyone likes School Academy. Is failing in their academics as well as their place at Gakko Academy. They'll need to improve or risk being expelled. Being taken out. Finally, shine is the MC's overall happiness and ability to keep themselves in a positive headspace. MC with a high shine. I have a feeling I'm going to write this. I'm going to immediately think of Stephen King the entire time, but I'm going to ignore that. An MC with high shine lights up. High shine lights up the room. And brings a smile to everyone's face. And an MC with low shine, difficult to even smile, let alone give the impression that they are enjoying themselves. At worst, it's depression. Wow, that's awful. So 2 gauges doesn't love easily. Failings of body and mind. Now, keeping track of heart's expectation and shine would be fine. Would be fine if there was no threat. But of course, there is. If an MC stays at 0 in any of the 3 gauges for an entire not season, semester, for an entire semester, they become a threat. They become threatened. Threatened if they cannot improve that gauge by the end of the next semester. story comes to an end. Comes to an end as the young girl falls into the pits of despair, hope, and hopelessness. A heart reflect having zero heart means the MC has closed their heart to everyone, refusing the advances of anyone close to them, and retreating into their books and themselves. The warmth cannot reach them, nor do they wish to give it to another. Having zero expectation means the MC has failed in their duties as a daughter of Japan, and a student of the Gakko Academy. They are taken out of the academy, either by being expelled or their family pulling them out for their own good. Regardless, the bad influence of the MC has been removed, as well as being removed from every PC's life. Having zero shine means the MC has fallen into a deep depression. Despair overwhelming them, forcing everyone around them to suffer alongside them. There is no light in the MC's heart or soul. Simply a black void where happiness goes to die. They may leave Gakko Academy willingly to attempt to find that happiness. Or they may leave in a more permanent fashion. The gauges are reduced and gained by the MC being a part of various relationships, and the other PCs enacting their plans or willingly sacrificing their own importance to boost up the heart of the MC. Love, so let's just say, love though conquers all. And if the MC does truly find Someone they're happy with. And perhaps all of these things can be avoided. Regardless of whether or not it is a fellow female student at Gecko Academy. Now, what does this mean? Well, this means a few things. First major thing is I want to give the idea that, this is 1930s Japan, 1930s, 40s Japan. There was the concept of kind of pseudo-arranged marriages was still a very, common occurrence. While it wouldn't be as direct as what we would normally think like an arranged marriage would look like, there's still a good chance that you as a girl at this age would most likely have someone your parents and your family want you to marry. Now, your destiny has already been somewhat chosen for you. This also doubles the fact that women at this time couldn't actually go to university. So these last 3-4 years of high school were the higher education for you. This is it before you become an adult, before you enter society as a decent human being. So, kind of finding this relationship and this love is half the difficulty. And sometimes the main character, they may find a relationship. You as a PC may say, I love this character. I want them to be happy. I want them to experience the kindness of my heart. I want to give them my heart, and I hope they give me mine. But you begin to quickly realize that maybe I can't provide that for them. I'm only a 15, 16-year-old girl. Maybe I should encourage her to find love elsewhere. Perhaps with her fiancé that may or may not exist. And in the ensemble section, I'm going to actually have to write a section. Probably won't be doing it today. Probably do it tomorrow. Do it another time because I want to get 4 episodes out of this because I am incredibly lazy. One of the things I want to kind of emphasize is that you, the storyteller can improvise letters effectively. Pretty much letters from people outside of the academy talking to the main character or other characters. These are outside influences that you don't really get to talk to and you can't really have dialogue with, but it's, hey, this is a letter from your betrothed, Shinji out in Manchuria currently. He's fighting his ass off. And you do get the impression that the main girl does legitimately love this guy. Or is it just because they're childhood friends? What's the relationship here? And it's kind of up to you, the main cast, the PCs, to ascertain these relationships, to find what it means to be in love with another character. Or do you encourage that love? Do you pull back, say, this relationship we have, these moments we've had together don't really mean what you think they do. Fall in love with the man that you've been promised to, because that's what society wants you to do. Because one of the other big things, I'm going to write the right side note about this, is that there's a lot of indiverse going on. If you increase something, you're always going to have to decrease something else. And trust me, expectations a bitch. Because you're expected to, find relationships and understand the concept of love and things like that. In a, it's okay to, kiss another girl in school. That's fine. that happens. But saying words like love and relationship, things get a little bit more complex. Things like expectations start going down, or what happens when you start having to make choices between people. Do you want, when you have 3 player characters, all of whom want the main character. All of them are saying their main goal is to seduce the main character. You're putting her on the spot. And who do you choose? Do you choose the Hime-sama, who's just a little bit too cool for everyone, and everyone really appreciates her, but she's very high on the social ladder. But anytime you talk to her, things don't look good for you. Or do you go with a country bumpkin girl who's just a little bit too cool, but also kind of understands that this is a temporary relationship, but doesn't also understand it? So, like, where does the main character fall into this? And if you push her too much, her heart's going to get reduced, but her expectations may rise. Or you can just reduce everything because she's just that much of a scatterbrained clusterfuck. That's kind of the point. You want to force this girl into situations where she's forced to make choices between the player characters, and that's what the player character's main goal is to influence her, is to make decisions, make people around her make decisions to get what your desired goal is. What I should do is, side note, on the nature in female academia. Actually, how do I want to say it? On the nature of love between women. Japan, even especially back in the day, they had a very particular view on relationships among young girls. That being that it's perfectly fine. Just that when they become adults, they drop those silly notions and embrace who they actually are. Good wives for their husbands. Good wives for their husbands. In Petals in the Wind, this fact is hanging over every character like a sword of Damocles, forcing them to make choices that directly impact the MC and their gauges, possibly forcing them into treacherous situations where something is getting sacrificed for someone else's happiness. Girls are expected to do slightly gay things with one another, but drop the concept such as a quote long-term relationship or just liking girls. Society expects many things, but a same-sex relationship outside of school, preposterous. which actually kind of even doubles a little bit for gay men in Japan, which is actually another very fascinating thing, because in Japan, being gay is a fetish. Like gay men in Japan, like that's kind of the thing there, is that it's a fetish, not really a sexuality. That's why they've always had a very unique approach to it. That's why you get things like anarchy, Billy, things like Gotchi and Billy Harrington and such, is because the okay, this doesn't feel like working today. All right, that's fine. Things like Billy Harrington and things like that, like Gotchi in general. It's because it's a fetish. It's a thing that weirdos and perverts like, but that's fine, right? They put it kind of almost on the same level as fucking tentacle hentai. Like that's how they view it. It's a very simplistic view of it, but that that's how Japanese society views homosexual relationships. But with girls, it's kind of fine because it's like, well, nothing bad's happening, right? Nothing bad, everything's fine, and there's nothing wrong going on. If you think there's something bad going on, you're dumb. Which leads to it's a very complex set of relationships in Japan among same-sex couples. Why do I know all this? Because I read a lot of stuff for no particular reason. Then I wanted to dab on someone who made a really shitty game once. Yeah, who's screwing who? Let's see. Okay, the failings of body and mind. 9 seasons. What else am I looking for? Let's see. Desired ending. Yeah, I'm going to flesh out the ensemble section a little bit. That's what I should do is I'm gonna put a note here of flesh out the ensemble. Link clicks. Yeah, the idea is there. I just need to make sure that it actually works properly, which is going to be a completely different fact of life, which is going to be a fun and exciting adventure that I'm going to want to drink myself to death doing. It's great. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call it here, actually. I'm going to work on probably work on some other little things, but again, this isn't supposed to be a very long series in the slightest. And probably what we're going to do next time is we're going to do the relationships and ensemble. Once that's done, we're going to be working on our final ones are probably going to be reaching the desired ending. That'll probably be our final episode. And from there, we should be good. Things should be working pretty solidly, and we'll be done. Again, this isn't going to be a long game. I'm still compiling all my notes on Project Summoner, which is going to kill me the more I look at it. The more the deeper I go into it, the more I quickly begin to realize that it is going to be, and I do quote, a fucking nightmare on wheels, and I hate it, but I have an idea. I just need to make sure that it actually works, which is its own special and exciting adventure. So, thank you. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.